Good morning.
Morning, guys. Welcome to WRME Live. Yes, it is me again, and the ever so wonderful Miss Erin, who puts up with my shenanigans and chit-chattery.
That wasn't me. She's filling in for Carl, so there we go.
I had to do it. Apparently that's what Carl does every time. I'm gonna go with that theory. Okay, it is a wonderful October 5th. I'm loving kind of all this moisture. It's starting to feel fallish. I don't like the humidity. The mosquitoes can die. That is my bias. They serve a purpose in this world. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Our general topic. Erin was not sure I should bring this one up, but I had a conversation with a chum of mine who is in a situation right now, so I'm going to bring it up here. She's been kind enough to just let me prattle. Buyer prep. Of course, you'll hear say almost every week, get pre-approved, get pre-approved. That way you don't get your hopes up or whatnot. Even if you are pre-approved, maybe you're waiting until your kid is out of high school. You're pre-approved, but they're going to finish out their school year in Yukon, and then you want to move to where there's more land or more country, but you don't necessarily know yet. Why shop right now if you're going to wait no matter what for your kid to be graduated from whatever school district? But you can do some prep work now, especially if you got your pre-approval letter. That's the first big step. From there, you can go visit open houses. Heck, you can even, if you've got a good realtor with you, which everyone at my office is pretty darn impressive, they might even go to some of these open houses with you, or even do some preliminary showings, even though you're not quite ready to buy, or you'll keep that other house. As far as if you're the whole school district thing, you can actually keep that house, use it for your utility if you can afford, while you have the other house in the land that you actually want. That way your kid can still go to that school district, you'll just have to drive. But let's not go down that rabbit hole. As far as getting prepared to find the house, open houses where you make a checklist of I need 3-bed, 4 would be fantastic so I can have an office. I want a 3-car garage, but I'd like a minimum of a 1-car garage because I have a motorcycle that I don't want to leave outside. You start figuring out what you have to have, what you would like to have, and you can do that now through open houses and getting with your realtor to get set up on a property search, so that way you can flip through pictures at your own leisure. And if you find one that happens to meet your criteria, call your realtor and go, hey, I know we said we're going to move till after they graduate, but let's take a look at this one. This might be the one. You can also drive through that neighborhood, especially in certain parts of the city. You can probably name 1 or 2. Beautiful during the day, friendly neighbors. At night, different story. If you don't care about the night, you've got a good security system, you're not too worried, great. But it's still a good idea to drive the neighborhood during the day and see how it transforms at night. And that's another thing you can do that doesn't require a realtor, especially in the case of land. If you're not sure where you want to live, you just want not city. Or even if you're going from rural to you want a suburbia, some people moving from Tuttle to the Paseo district is a dream. Not everyone's dream. Most people want to move more to outskirts of Yukon or Mustang, but everyone's different. And whatever you got in your mind may not pan out when you actually drive that distance from there to work, or drive that distance for seeing your grandkids, or the roads are congested, or there's a ton of people and you're not okay with sharing the road with a dog walker and their 27 dogs. There are parts of this city where, it's going to happen, where you're going to be sharing the road with bicyclists, pedestrians. And if you're good with that, that's fantastic. But you need to find out if that neighborhood is going to have a lot of that. And the only way to really get that is if you go and experience it.
Yeah, and another thing is, if there's anything you need, like I have a buyer that needs to be within 45 minutes of his work. Mm-hmm. I have his work address. If I find something, I can Google map it. Is that within the distance? Send it to him. This might be a possibility. Mm-hmm. If it's outside those 45 minutes, just wipe it off the list and move on. He's also open to land building, but he wants utilities ready. So I know just because that land is a good deal, if it doesn't have the utilities ready or him be able to wire quickly to build, then that's off limits. Because he doesn't want to pay additional to bring electric. Well, and, dump everything in. He doesn't mind dropping a septic tank, but he doesn't want to have to do everything else on top of it.
Very reasonable. And another thing, as far as buyer prep, is talk to your realtor. Even if you're not ready to buy, they will still help you as best they can along with your lender. So if you want to find properties that have all that restriction as far as land but has utilities ready and doesn't worry about septic, she talked to her buyer. The buyer told her these things, so if she finds something that happens to meet that criteria, or she's not sure it meets that criteria, she now knows what to look for.
Right.
If she finds that diamond in the rough, whether you're ready or you're about to be ready, she can bring it up to you, and yeah, we can do contracts. I've seen a contract as far out as a couple of months, like outside of the commercial world. I've seen one that had to close like 4 months later, and that was because they had to wait till X. It's not the greatest situation. It's not the most desirable contract, but people do accept them because they're like, cool, I can let this finish, or it's after Christmas. And that way, we don't have to worry about this house. There's a number of variables there. Again, not ideal, but we have seen it happen.
And remember, when you're talking to us or your real estate agent, your wants are not necessarily your needs. Like, you might need a handicap accessible, but you don't have to have granite countertops.
Yes.
That's a want, not a need. You can change out countertops. You can change out flooring. You can change wall paint. Stuff like that you can change.
Paint is easy.
You can't necessarily make a house handicap accessible for certain situations or whatever the situation may be. So,
or two-story. A lot of people, when they start looking for a house, they find a lot of awesome two-stories, and then they mention, oh, I have bad knees. And I'm like, the master's upstairs. Maybe are you sure this is a house you want to live in the rest of your days with the master upstairs? And once you get some communication going, they go, yeah, I probably should find a two-story with one downstairs or a one-story. But you've got to define what your real need is, and it's good to get that prepared so you know when you're really ready or really close to being ready. I want a two-story, but I want the utilities and the master's downstairs. Kids and the grandkids or whoever visits can go upstairs, and I have a maid so she can clean upstairs. I don't ever have to go upstairs. That's fine. You've figured it out. Good for you. That's what we hope for.
So like we've said before many times, communication is huge.
Yes.
So communicate. Ask questions. Make comments. Suggestions. We do the same just because we're wanting to get you what you want.
We all want the same thing. You getting into the home that meets your wants and needs as close as we're able to within your price range. We just want you to be happy and the home to take care of you. Oh, I could talk forever. You saw me prattle for like the first 15 minutes. Erin puts up with so many shenanigans from me.
Well, it is time we've rambled for a while. So
more like I rambled. You've seen her with Carl. I am a lot like Carl. I just sit here and talk, and Erin just goes.
I chime in occasionally.
She chimes, and then occasionally I get a kick, and I'm like, oh, I should shut up. Okay, got it. Okay. It was wonderful seeing you guys. We hope to see you next week. And in the meantime, let's see. Carl's got a phrase. We are Weichert Realtors Main Edge, where we do real world real estate every day.
You butchered that.
Oh, I butchered it. Weichert Realtors Main Edge, where we do real world real estate every day. Better, but I'm still going to get made fun of it later. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.